Hello children, today we will again do Social Studies Chapter 10 Means of Communication Part 2. Class 3 Social Studies Chapter 10 Means of Communication. This is Part 2. Okay children, do you all remember what we had done in our last session, in our last class? We had discussed what we mean by communication. Then we had also discussed about personal communication. Okay. Now I am showing you one picture. You tell me whether you all can say what is this picture. This is, you can see a man, he is posting a letter, isn't it? He's posting a letter, yes. So what is this called? This is the post box. See, it is, what is its color? It is red in color. And what is this man doing? He is posting his letter, isn't it? He is posting the letter in the post box. See, it's written post box. Got it? Okay. I have showed you this picture because in the last class we had discussed about post box, isn't it? When we were talking about letters, we had discussed about post box. Now I am showing you one picture. You see what is this picture? If you all can say. This is a picture of a stamp, isn't it? This is a picture of a stamp. Where are stamp used? Stamp are used in post offices. Yes. So that was a picture of a stamp which is used in post offices. And we had discussed about communication. We have also discussed and gone through what do we mean, the definition of communication. So before starting our chapter today, let us first recapitulate what we have studied in a last class, in a last session. Okay, I hope you all had gone through the chapter and you all can recollect what you all have studied. Okay, so let us go once again through the chapter, and then from we will start. I will again start explaining you from mass communication. Today we will do mass communication. Okay, and that will be the end of the chapter for today. So let us recapitulate quickly. We had discussed about communication. The main chapter name of our today's topic is means of communication, and we had studied what is the meaning of communication. Communication is what? Sharing information or providing entertainment by speaking, writing or other methods. Okay. We can share our feelings, we can share what we feel, what we think by communicating with others. Okay. By communicating our feelings to others. So communication is the way of expressing our feelings. Okay. If we go to the back of the chapter to new words, you can see what is the meaning of communication. It is given here very simply. It is given over here what? Communication is sharing information or providing entertainment. Got it? Sharing is what? Sharing is communication is sharing information or providing entertainment. Very simply it is given. So we had studied about this communication, which is actually what? It is the way we interact with people, either by talking, either by writing something, or by moving our hands. We try to communicate with people around us. Got it? we are doing means of communication. Communication, we have known what it is, sharing information. Now how do we share information? The means that we apply for sharing our information. Okay, those means are by talking, by moving hands, by writing letters, etc. The means to communicate, that is sending messages or news to person or masses, are called means of communication. Next, we had studied about personal communication. Next, the topic was personal communication. What is personal communication? The exchange of information between people. Okay. Personal communication include private letters, telephone, telegraph, couriers. So, personal communication means what? Exchange of information between people. Now when we are talking about personal communication, let me tell you all that people communicate in many ways, isn't it? By talking, writing, I have told you earlier also. Using telephone also, telephone is also another way of communicating. Okay, by sending a telegram. This type of communication is called personal communication. Without personal communication, parents would not know what their children need. I told you all in last class also that without personal communication, parents will not know what are the needs of their children. The children, if they do not communicate their feelings, their need to their parents, the parents will not understand what are the needs of their children. Okay. Now we have studied also about teachers and students also. The teachers are also communicating with the children and the children are also communicating with the teachers, so that the sharing of knowledge is appropriate. Okay, unless and until the teachers and students do not communicate with each other, their sharing of information is not appropriate. Got it? And also the friends, children usually have friends, they plan for something, isn't it? And how they plan? They communicate with each other either over the phone, either they sit together and they communicate and they plan for something, for trips or whatever, for picnic, whatever, isn't it? Then we had come to letters. Letter is one of the example of personal communication, isn't it, children? So we had talked about letters. Letters are, we have studied that letters are the most popular means of personal communication, most popular means of communication. Before there were any mobile phones, people used to communicate their message to far off distances through letters. Okay. We write letters to our friends, our relatives, and we also receive letters from them. We have studied about 3 types of letters. They are postcard, inland letters and stamped letters. And we have also studied that there are post offices all over the country. And there are letter boxes in all the towns and cities, so that each part of the country we can receive and send letters through the post offices. Got it? So what we do, what is the procedure of writing a letter? We write a letter and then we do what? We drop it in a post office. We go to post office and we drop it in a post box, isn't it? And it takes how many days? 2 to 3 days to reach the address. And if we have any urgent mails or urgent speed post, what we do? We send it through courier mails. Okay. Next we had spoken about telephone. Okay, we have discussed about telephone. So nowadays telephone and mobiles are one of the basic necessity of each and every person, isn't it? Now seldomly we write letters, isn't it? What we do, we just pick up the phone and we can talk to the person who is sitting far away from us. Okay, we need not have to wait for 2 to 3 days for our letters to reach that person. Instead, we can email, we can also text messages, we can also pick up the receiver of a telephone and we can just dial the number and we can have a communication, or we can have a conversation with the person with whom we desire to communicate, isn't it? So telephone is one of the basic necessity of human being in this era. Okay. Telephone is used for conveying messages personally in one's voice. The main thing about telephone is that we can hear the voice of the person to whom we are conversing. When we are writing letter, we cannot understand their voice. We cannot hear their voice, isn't it? But when we are conversing through telephone, we can hear the voice of that person with whom we are communicating. Okay. Now today we will do mass communication. So turn your page to page 60. Okay, open your book of class 3 SST chapter 10 and open your book to page number 60. See what is written over there, mass communication. Today we will do this portion. See, this portion we will do, mass communication. What is this picture, children? This is the picture of newspapers. Okay. So newspapers. Now mass communication means what? When we are it is same, we are communicating, okay, but it is not to one person, it is to a number of people, okay, at one time, a crowd of people at one time. Okay, so mass communication is when we are communicating something to a group of people, to more than one person, okay, to a crowd of people, that is called mass communication. Have you got, children? What now next you can see this picture. What is this picture? See, you can see a family. They are sitting and they are watching what? They are watching television. They are watching television, isn't it? This is television and the whole family is sitting and watching television. So mass communication, under mass communication we can also talk about television, because television is one of the mass communication. So we will study about all this today in mass communication. So let me read through the chapter. Just follow the book carefully. Okay, mass communication. Another important type of communication happens when messages are sent to a large audience. Large audience means people who are watching us, isn't it? So large audience, group of people, mass, number of people. Okay, so this type of communication is called mass communication. This type of communication is called mass communication. Books are one of the oldest methods of mass communication. Books. Why books, children? Because book, not only one person is reading. Suppose your SST book. This SST book, isn't it? This is your SST book. Every one of you all have this book, isn't it? So this book, how many children are studying, you say? In your school itself, there are so many children studying, isn't it? Plus, there are other schools also which are studying the same book. So, only 1 or 2% is not studying. Lots of students are studying from this book. So, what does book have? Book have knowledge, book have information, and this book we are reading, so we are sharing the knowledge, we are getting the knowledge from this book. That means some communication is done, isn't it? Sharing of information, sharing of knowledge is also called communication, isn't it? So book is one of the most important and the oldest method of mass communication. Got it? Why books are one of the oldest method of mass communication? Because reading of books and getting information of books is not of this era, this century. It is being done from age old. It is an age old process. It is been done from very old times. Okay, very ancient times. People has studied books. Okay. Now television is one of the newest. Television is one of the newest means of mass communication. Okay. Next, radio and newspapers are other ways that information can be sent to many people. Television, many people are viewing television. Radio, many people are hearing radio. And if there is any message, if there is any news through these television, through this radio, lots of people can get the message, can get the news at one time. So, radio and newspaper are other ways of mass communication through which information can be sent to many people. Newspapers also, in your house also you might take newspapers, isn't it? Many of the houses take newspapers. Why? To read the news of the world, of our country, of our nation, okay, and whatever is going around. So what is this? This we are getting information of the or news of the country, of our country and the world. Okay. So this is also one type of mass communication. Not only 1-2 people, many, most of the people, maximum number of people read newspapers. Okay. Now, news of election results, earthquakes or other important events can spread to huge numbers of people in minutes. Suppose there is any earthquake in some area. Within minutes, people can come to know what has happened to the other part of the country or other part of the world, which is very, 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 very far from us. How? It is through news, through radios, through television, who brings the news to us in few minutes only, isn't it? So these are very, very important means of mass communication, where a single news, a message can be conveyed to lots and lots of people at the same time. Okay. So earthquakes or other important events can spread to a huge number of people in minutes through mass communication. Now we will move to page number 61. Television now has become the most popular means of communication. See in this, you can see in your book, there's one picture. I had shown you one picture earlier, and this is yet another picture which is given in your book. Family watching television together. Okay. So this is just to show that television is one of the newest and fastest means of mass communication. Television now has become the most popular means of communication. Television, in each and everybody's house you will find a television. Okay. All age group people watch television. Either they are old, either they are young, either they are small children, isn't it? You all even watch television, isn't it? What do you all watch? You all watch cartoons, you all watch some movies. Okay. So television has become the most popular means of communication. You all also watch short movies, isn't it? We have discussed just earlier, just now only. You all also watch short movies, then cartoon movies and songs, isn't it? So these things are more popular among children. Again, young people, they like to watch sports. They also like to watch movies. And elder people who are much more older, they like to watch news channels. There are lots of TV serials that they watch, isn't it? So each group of family members watch different things, but television is popular among all the age group, isn't it? Because they get information and whatever news in their own way, isn't it, through television. It gives us news, pictures and a large variety of programs of entertainment. There are dance program, there are singing program, isn't it? So it gives us news, pictures and a large variety of programs of entertainment. Many programs of education are also broadcast over the television. Many programs of education, isn't it? Educational programs like Spell Bee and the quiz contests which are taking place, these are also broadcasted over the television. Okay, and so that students like you all, children like you all, can watch those programs and get some information, get some knowledge, isn't it? So television is really very helpful, isn't it, children? And all educational programs. Okay, now newspapers and magazines are also the important means of communication. Newspapers are really very important, isn't it? It not only brings news of our country, only of our nation, but it brings news of worldwide news we get, isn't it? Of different countries, what is happening around the world. Then we are what is happening in our country, in each states of our country, whatever is going around. If there is any earthquake, any tsunami or whatever, if there is any flood in any part of our country or any part of the world, it comes straight to us through newspapers even, isn't it? Like television, newspapers are also very important, and within we can get information very quickly, isn't it? So newspapers and magazines are also one of the very important means of mass communication. Okay, newspapers and magazines are also the important means of communication. Newspapers give information to a large number of people at the same time. As many lots of people, almost all the people watch television, so as many people, many families take newspaper to read, isn't it? And they read and they get information, isn't it? So newspapers give information to a large number of people at the same time. Next we come to satellites. So you can see the pictures of newspapers and magazines which is given in your book. This picture is given, isn't it? You all can get a look from your book only. It is on page 61. These are magazines and these are newspapers. Okay, got it? You can have a look into your book. It is on page 61. How? And have you all understood the importance of newspaper, magazines and television? These are most popular and very important means of mass communication, isn't it, children? We all agree, isn't it? Yes. Next we come to satellites. Satellites have made communication faster. Satellites have really made our communication faster. The live telecast of important events and weather forecasts are broadcast with the help of satellites. Okay. How satellites have made communication faster, children? If there is any storm to come, okay, if there is any earthquake to come, the satellites, they bring this into our forefront, isn't it? They only send pictures of the weather condition, okay, and through those pictures only we come to know that what might happen. There might be a earthquake, there might a cyclone is coming, a cyclone is approaching, a storm is coming, okay, or there might be heavy rainfall few days. How do we come to know? Isn't it a magic? Isn't it? Isn't it like a magic that we come to know? It is through satellites. Few days ago only, few months ago only, we had there was a cyclone approaching, and we did come across the cyclone, isn't it? So how did we know about the cyclone? From beforehand. This is because of the satellites, because they are capturing pictures, they are reading the atmosphere and everything. So satellites are really very important. Satellites have made communication faster. The live telecast of important events. If there is any live show, okay, live cookery show or live any program that is going on, like singing competition or drawing, dancing competition, so we can sit at our home, okay, and we can watch it through the television, isn't it? And all this is possible only because of satellites, okay. So the live telecast of important events and weather forecasts are broadcast with the help of satellites. Weather conditions also can be assumed by us by satellite. Computers have changed the way of people work. Computers, isn't it, children? Nowadays almost all the houses have computers because computers have changed the way people work. Earlier people used to make documents, they used to write down in hand all the documents, all the files, but nowadays people work on computers, isn't it? Whatever file, whatever folders, whatever document they need to store, they store it in the computer because it does not get wasted. Suppose if we write it on a diary, if we write it in any copy, any document that we are writing it on hand on any diary, on piece of paper, what will happen? It might get lost, isn't it? It might tear off, it might get wet, the writing on it might get blurred. Blurred means becomes hazy. So what might happen? We might not get back the document, isn't it? We might not get the document at the right time. So what happens if we store everything in a computer? What happens? We will just open the computer, open a file, a folder, whatever we need, and we can get the information instantly. And computer has really become very, very helpful for us in this way, isn't it? A computer can handle many tasks in business, education, communication and other fields. So in all fields computer has become very, very important. Either if you talk about business, education, communication and many other fields, communication, computer has become very, very important. Fax and email are other modern means of communication. Fax and email. See this man, it is given in your page 61 in your book. This man is using a fax machine and here are emails that we use in a computer, isn't it? So computers, fax, email are other means of communication, mass communication, okay. So till now what we have studied in mass communication, we have studied about television, newspaper, satellites. There are others such as computers, fax, email, radios. These are all important means of mass communication, isn't it? Where we are communicating to a large number of people, large number of audience, group of people, okay. These are all means of mass communication. Next, you will turn your book to page number 62. Open page number 62, children. Yes. Now you will, we will learn about communication during ancient times. Now we are talking about communication, mass communication, and how communication and mass communication has become easier, isn't it? Through letters, telephones, satellite, newspaper, radio, magazine, fax, emails. Such a lot of variety we have in our hand today. But we have forgotten about our ancient times. There was no such things as telephone, television, newspapers, satellites, letters in those times, isn't it? There were letters, but not they did not use stamps. There were no post offices, no post box, nothing. Okay. So in those times, how they would communicate to person who would stay very far away, isn't it? It is really a matter for us to think. So let us study communication during ancient times. During ancient times, the chief means of long distance communication was through letters. Those time, why I have said letter is the oldest means of communication, because in ancient time where there was no electricity, where there was no television, no newspaper, no satellites, no computers, okay, no post offices, how the people at those time used to communicate with each other. So here is what we are going to study. During ancient times, the chief means of long distance communication was through letters. Businesses and wealthy individuals hired professional messengers who carried letters on foot, on horseback, or by ship. So business and wealthy individuals, businessmen and wealthy individuals means the people who are very rich at those times, like king and queens or noblemen, okay, or talukdars. They were very rich at those times, okay. So business and wealthy individuals, they used to hire professional messengers. They used to hire people who were professional messengers. By profession, they were messengers. They used to take the letters of one person and they used to run on foot, or they used to go on horseback, or they used to travel by ship, and they used to deliver the letter or message to the person whom they are supposed to deliver, okay. By profession, they were messengers who used to carry the message on their hands, okay, and they used to run on foot only. They used to run and run and run and run, and they used to reach the person to whom they have to deliver the letter. They used to give it to them on their hands and come back. Or either they used horse. They can go on horseback if it is a very very far distance, or if it is to another country or another city or another state, they used to go by ship, isn't it? If they have to go to another part of the country, if they had to go to another state, if they had to go to another city, so they would not go by foot, isn't it? They would not run and go, isn't it? So they used ship. So they were professional messengers whose profession was to deliver messages, okay. Military leaders also used homing pigeons to carry messages, and military leaders also used homing pigeons, means pigeon who were brought up at home, isn't it, who used to take messages on their beak, or they used to tie it around the feet of the pigeon, and then they used to carry these messages, okay. You can see the picture of the pigeon holding the envelope, homing pigeon, isn't it? This is on page 62 of your book. So with this we come to the end of the chapter, children. There are lots of new words again. There is broadcast. What is broadcast? Broadcast is to make known over a wide area. Next is fax, a method of transmitting images or printed matters by electronic means. Satellite, a celestial body that orbits a planet or moon. Telex, a communication system consisting of teletypewriters connected to a telephonic network. Got it? This you can go through. Okay? So we have come to the end of the chapter, children, and I hope you all have understood. Today we had studied about mass communication. We had studied about television, newspaper, satellites. We have also discussed about radio, magazines, and satellites, computer, fax and email, and we have ended our chapter by discussing communication during ancient times. Okay, I hope you all have understood the chapter, and you all will go through the chapter, read the chapter thoroughly, and if you have any problem, you can convey it to us. Okay. Thank you children for watching. Bye for now.